Why play inside? The world is my oyster out here.
Yeah, don't do this, please. VR headsets are actually pretty robust. As long as you're buying from a reputable HMD manufacturer like Oculus, HTC, Samsung, or any of the other leading VR hardware manufacturers, you really don't have to worry about breaking it by being too rough. There are, however, a few things that you should get into the habit of never doing to your headset. Let's start with the big one. So, unless you're the Wall Street Journal and you got your headset for free and want to directly disregard every warning in your headset's manual, just don't take your headset outside in the middle of the day. I mean, there are warnings about it literally everywhere to avoid direct sunlight, and the manufacturers didn't waste the resources on stickers for nothing. You know, as a kid, you'd take your magnifying glass and line up the sun just right with the glass to burn things? Yeah, well, the exact same thing can happen to your new shiny headset. The lenses inside your headset refract light to a single point, and that's how you can actually see the images in the headset, somewhat optically correct. When sunlight hits the lenses, all of those bright photons are focused directly on your HMD screen, and can catastrophically destroy your screen. Unless you like a dark burn-in spot of dead pixels, or worst case scenario, a completely non-functioning headset, definitely listen to the manufacturer's warnings on this one, and just keep your headset out of direct sunlight. If you do happen to burn your screen, it certainly won't be covered by warranty, and you'll either be in for an expensive repair or a complete replacement. The next thing has to do with your lenses. So if you've ever been in VR before, you know that sometimes your lenses can get a little foggy with an intense play session. I find this particularly true with Beat Saber. While things like a VR cover or a well-ventilated room can definitely help with this problem, it's still going to be a problem at some point. Okay, I understand you're in an intense play session and want to get back as soon as possible, but whatever you do, just don't wipe your lenses off with your shirt or a rag. Yeah, you can definitely get away with it for a while, and I'll admit I used to do this all the time. That was until I scratched my Oculus Go's lenses and had to deal with the smudge and blind spot for the entire time I owned the Go. It's really super easy to circumvent this. If you're playing VR near a desk, just keep a microfiber cloth right on your desk. And if you're using a Quest or a Go, just keep a microfiber cloth in your case or near wherever you store it and throw it in your pocket. Believe me, you do not want to go down to clean your lenses after some fogging and put your headset back on to realize that you have a giant scratch along your left eye. I don't think that there's a bigger immersion breaker. I have heard of some people using various types of anti-fog coatings on their headsets and having success with it, but you have to be very careful not to use a chemical that will damage the lenses. Check with other people or the owner's manual. Along with not using your shirt to clean your lenses, a bonus thing to watch out for are body oils, for example whenever you put the headset on top of your head when somebody walks in or if you're trying to get a drink. It's a far better practice to just remove your headset and hold it in your hand rather than have it sit on the top of your head, because the oils from your hair can and likely will brush up on the lenses. While this in itself really isn't that big of a deal, I don't think that these natural oils will necessarily hurt your headset. It's just another time you are required to clean your lenses and another chance that you could scratch it. Okay, don't let your facial interface get nasty. This is relating to the fogging issue because in intense VR sessions, it can be pretty easy to build up heat and of course sweat. Most of the headsets on the market right now either have a cloth or foam piece that is used to sit on the headset right on your face. Yeah, they're usually pretty comfortable, but those materials also do a really good job of collecting and soaking up sweat and other face fluids. As nasty as that sounds, this is a tech device that sits on your face for hours at a time, so it kinda comes with the territory. You really need to get into the habit of cleaning and maintaining your facial interface, making sure it stays as sterile as possible. Most HMDs have removable pieces that allow you to really deep clean the fabrics, but you can still definitely clean the headsets that don't have that option. Just make sure you read your owner's manual and find out the manufacturer's recommendations on chemicals and procedures to clean the interface, as some chemicals can be damaging to certain fabrics and foams. An alternative to the stock options are something like VR cover. I've had VR cover on my Oculus Rift for about a year now, and I really wish I'd gotten it sooner. Not only is it easier to clean and remove, but it actually became more comfortable compared to the foam on my Rift. If you do let your headset get too rank, bacteria will breed on the material and it can cause irritation, making it smell and generally create a nasty situation. You can definitely have a breakout because the facial interface is a little too dirty. This one is really easy to do, and all it really takes is some basic maintenance and cleaning your stuff. This problem can also be amplified if you have many people using your headset, say at a party or if you share a headset in the house. Whatever problems you created with your face bacteria only magnify whenever you add in more people. Finally, cords. While the new Oculus Quest and Go are both untethered systems, every single other PC VR and the PlayStation VR setup is going to have wires connecting you to your computer or console. You need to always be extremely aware of these wires, as it can be pretty easy to get a little too immersed and damage your cords, rendering your headset unusable or maybe even damaging your PC's I/O port or graphics card. I've personally seen a graphics card get ruined by having a DisplayPort cable ripped out of its side. There are a few things that you can do, however. I personally have all of my headset's wires routed onto my ceiling using a system of pulleys that were really cheap to give a pseudo-wireless feeling and keep the wire secured from that place and keeping stress off of its connections. If you want me to make a video detailing my pulley system and my ceiling setup, just let me know about that. Another thing that you could do is add extension cords to your headset cables that act as a safety breakaway cable. So if any cable is going to have a quick tugging, you don't ruin your headset or PC, and the wires simply become unplugged. Replacement wires for these HMDs are actually pretty expensive, so I would avoid breaking them as much as possible. Plus, you're not going to have your headset if you do break them. I know a ton of people are getting headsets for the first time, so as long as you're wary about these things, you should be in tip-top shape to have your HMD for a long time. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It really helps me out a ton. I want to celebrate 50 subscribers and thank everyone that has been here to watch this channel grow. If you are interested, come check out my new Discord server I just started. Right now it's in its infancy and will definitely go through some growing pains, but if you want to be a part of my channel and contribute to my content, I'd be more than happy to have you. Also, a quick news update, I've decided to pre-order a Rift S, so I will have content regarding the Rift S on launch day. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but make sure you sub and hit that bell because I will have Oculus Quest, Rift S, and Valve Index content on here shortly. More is on the way, and before I go, I want to ask if any of you guys have broken or has heard of someone breaking their headset, and how did they do it? As always, thank you for watching, and stay out of the sun, kids.